Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. My name is Burning Earth Chris, and I'm going to be your pilot tonight. So, last time we dove into the depths of the lower city and did a couple things in the lower city cantina, but things are going to start to heat up from here forward, so pay attention. What's going on over here?
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Little girl should not be in bar. This is no place for little girl. If little girl's smart, she'll run away home now.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Little girl need lesson in manners.
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects.
Mission, I'm busy. They just brought my food.
Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
You need the exercise. We know one trouble with Wookiee. Our problem with you, little girl.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Little girl lucky she has big friend. Oh, hi there.
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee.
Hey, we speak the same language.
It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Taris, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need...
How do a Wookiee and a Twi'lek street urchin end up as best friends?
We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team.
Yeah, having a Wookiee at your side is a pretty big thing in the Star Wars universe. Can I ask you some questions, Mission?
Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Taris, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the lower city gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord.
Alright, tell me a little bit about Davik.
Davik's part of the intergalactic crime syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that.
Right.
But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the exchange.
Naturally. Tell me about the lower city gangs.
There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Vulkars and the Hidden Beks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Bek base. The Beks are led by Gadden Thek. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkars, he was a Hidden Bek. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son.
Why did Brejik lead the Hidden Beks?
When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Vulkars, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Beks from the face of Taris. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Vulkars' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane.
Well, what about Calo Nord? What do you know about Calo?
Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zack's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock.
I'll take that bet. That's pretty much all that Mission can tell us right now, so, alright, I'll be going now. See you around, Mission.
You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go.
But I haven't finished eating!
Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Beck base.
60 experience points, nice. And we will be seeing these two again later. So, let's explore the rest of the cantina and then we'll head out into the lower city streets again. Nothing really going on over here. Hello, what are you supposed to be? Gotcha. What do you want, human? You gonna stare like others here on Taris? You think we are strange? Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Okay, you're not here to offend we. What do you want then? I want to ask you some questions if you don't mind. Questions? What kind of questions? What kind of creature are you? In your one-voiced tongue, you would call our kind pear dog. Can you tell me about your home world? Talking about our home only makes this quarantine more difficult to bear. Forgive us, human, but we do not wish to be reminded of it. That's fair. I noticed your other head doesn't say much, though. Nothing that you would hear, at least. Well, what planet are you from? You couldn't say it and don't have the ears for it. 2 voices create the name, and 4 ears hear the true sound. But your kind would call our home Sorgus, a small world far off the Prolemian trade route. What do you know about Taris? Nothing. We were only stopping here to get supplies when the Sith attacked. They imposed a quarantine on all ships that landed on Taris. Now we're stuck here in a world that hates non-humans. Not a good place to be. Yeah, I understand. I'll be going now. Good, leave us alone. We just want quarantine to end so we can go back home. I think this is the first time in the Star Wars universe that we see the pear dog species, so that's interesting. I could be wrong though, so if there's any other purists out there that are like, hey, Chris, this does appear in other Star Wars stuff, please let me know. I'm happy to listen to you. Oh, hello. Aren't you the scumbag that tried to attack Dia?
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. You know what I mean?
Right. You're the guy who put the bounty on Dia's head, aren't you?
You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade.
Well, why would she do that?
Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me.
Well, sounds like maybe you got what you deserved.
Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted.
Uh-huh. I want the bounty on her head removed.
What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty.
You know, if you hire someone to kill off Dia, it would look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself.
Well, I guess you may be right. Besides, I've noticed some of the girls around here are giving me the cold shoulder since all this started. Okay, you win. Dia can live.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
Alright, got some light side points too. Now we just have to go up and tell Dia the good news, which we will do later. I honestly was not expecting that persuade check to work there, because that is pretty difficult. There's the stereotypical Twi'lek dancers and Biff musicians that we constantly see in the Star Wars universe. Alright, let's move forward. Let's see, there was Zax's office. Okay, here's the... Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll head back out into the lower city now. So what do we got?
I heard Davik's hired a Mandalorian mercenary to work for him. I didn't know there were any of them left after the Mandalorian Wars.
Remember that comment for a later time. What's going on over here?
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the Hidden Bek base. How do I know you're not a Vulkar spy sent to kill Gadon Thek?
I know Spy.
Maybe so. But this door is locked, and it's going to stay that way until I'm satisfied you're no threat to Gadon or the Hidden Beks.
Well, I had to speak to Gadon, it's important.
A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beks' open-door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulkar gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now.
Maybe I could be an ally against all those enemies.
Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulkars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back.
So you're gonna let me in?
Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Beks are watching you.
Alright, that's not creepy or anything like that. Alright, into the Hidden Bek base, which is actually kind of pretty well hidden. Bunch of people walking around. Hi guys, how's it going? There's Zerdra and there's Gadon Thek. That's the guy we need to talk to.
Hold it right there. Who are you? And what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brejik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy.
Huh, charming.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you?
You have problems with the Sith?
A foreign army invades Taris, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation. They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brejik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen.
Well, I need information on the Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity. Do you know anything?
The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda.
Don't worry, I'm not working for the Sith.
I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Beks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner.
Bastila's a slave. What's gonna happen to her?
Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila's just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her.
Well, there has to be some way I can help her.
I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race.
Gaden, can you help me with this?
I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose.
What are you proposing?
The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hidden Beks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to get inside the Vulkar base?
Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Veo.
Mission? Gaden, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the Undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her.
Where can I find her?
She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity. But you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator.
Naturally. Well, I got some Sith uniforms to disguise myself.
A simple disguise might have worked on the upper city guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway.
What do you want with the Sith uniforms, though?
I like to be prepared. Eventually, the Sith are going to try to drive us out of the Undercity. Sith disguises might give my people the edge we need in a crucial battle.
That's true. Alright, I'll trade the uniforms for the papers, then.
Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I'll ask you some questions first before I head out.
Your time would probably be better spent going after the prototype swoop engine the Vulkars stole from us. But I'll answer your questions if I can.
Is there something wrong with your eyes?
Very tactful. Are you itching for a fight or something?
How dare you? I should kill you where you stand.
Calm down, Zerdra. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. As you can see, I lost my eyes in a swoop racing crash. I rely on these artificial replacements to see now. But my blindness was not the worst consequence of my accident. My affliction was what eventually led to this war between my Beks and the Vulkars.
What do you mean?
When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed I would step down as leader of the Hidden Beks and let Brejik, my most trusted follower, take over. But with my ocular implants, I can still see well enough to lead this gang. And I knew Brejik wasn't ready to take over yet. Unfortunately, Brejik didn't agree with me. In a rage, he left to join our arch-rivals, the Black Vulkars. A lot of the younger gang members followed him, and soon he and his followers had taken control of the Vulkar gang.
But why start a gang war with the Beks then?
Brejik is a proud man. My decision was a public humiliation for him. Maybe if I had stepped down, this gang war could have been avoided.
Don't fool yourself, Gaden. Brejik wants to control the lower city gangs. If you'd stepped down, he'd have led the Beks against the Vulkars. He wanted this war, one way or another.
I know you're right, Zerdra. Brejik won't rest until I am dead and the Beks are no more. But it's hard to accept the truth of his betrayal.
Understandable. Let's see if I can ask him anything else before I go.
Your time
Is there any way off this planet?
Not while the Sith quarantine is in place. Even the fastest smuggler ships can't break the blockade of the fleet surrounding the planet without the proper launch codes. Any ship leaving the Taris atmosphere without the proper codes would be instantly disintegrated by blaster cannons, fired by the Sith fleet's automated targeting systems.
That'll do it. Alright, I'll be heading out.
Feel free to come back anytime. We're not like those Vulkar savages. Strangers are welcome in the Bek base.
Well, thanks. What about you, Zerdra? Do you have anything to say?
You can speak to Gaddon if you want, but
No? Okay. Now, if you are a dark side character, you can probably explore more of the space. Like, there's a security door there that you can go in through. Control room. Oh, what's over here? Take a quick look around and do some RPG style looting. Sonic grenade, okay. Couple grenades there. Frag grenade and a computer spike. Here's a security door. What's over here? Another door. Okay, we can't go any further now. That's okay though. Alright, so now we have our mission. We gotta find, well, mission. Uh-oh, Black Volkers. How do I want to deal with you? Maybe I'll use a frag grenade. Nice! Got one of them. There we go. Oh, looks like one of those Hidden Beks was actually helping us out. Nice. Do we get any remains? No, okay. Pooh. Oh, what's going on over here?
You guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
I don't see Davik doing anything for his share. We do all the work. Davik claims he's part of the exchange, so let's see him prove it. Yeah, let's see the big crime war come and get his money from the Black Volkers.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way? Okay.
Oh, hey, Taris. We didn't know you was working for Davik now. Yeah, we were just goofing around here. We didn't want no trouble with the Mandalorian. Here's Davik's cut.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Candaris. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Nice. Too bad we can't chat with him. Who are you?
Those Volkers are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gaddon keeps his Hidden Beks in line, but Brejik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down.
Who are you?
I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
Fair enough. Now I can level up. I think I'm gonna hold off on that for right now, at least. Hidden Bek Scouts. Hi guys, how's it going? Oh, Volkers. Hey, catch! Oh, they're down. Sweet. Oh, something about the rapid transit system. While in the apartment complex will be... The button on the map screen will read transit back. Pressing this will transport you back to the location where you last used the return to hideout function. I don't want to do that right now. I want to get moving. Any remains? No, okay, let's move on. Bunch of blaster turrets over here.
Hold on there, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came.
I've got my security papers right here.
Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.
Good advice. Let's go. Hi.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits!
Who are you? What are you doing in the Undercity?
We are the outcasts, banished and reviled by those who dwell above.
Here in the filth and darkness, we claw out a wretched existence, scavenging and begging just to survive long enough to see another wretched day.
This is our village. We live here in the Undercity. You have to pay us 5 credits for using our elevator.
Well, I can't help but feel bad for them. Here's 20 credits to buy you food and clothing.
Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
Apparently we have some graphical glitches going on. I do apologize for that, folks. I don't know what's causing that, but, my name's Chris. Who are you?
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
The surface is a pretty beautiful place.
I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there.
Who's Rukil?
Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
The Promised Land? What's that?
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Alright, where can I find him?
He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man.
Alright. I'll be going now.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
Okay. Oh, we got some light side points out of that. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can fix this. I'll be right back, folks. Alright, I'm back. Apparently disabling grass seems to have fixed that graphical glitch. I don't know what the heck that was going on over there, but, it's over here. Outcast Healer. Hello.
Wait, Upworlder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
Who are you?
I am Isala, healer of this village. I use my knowledge and what little resources we have to care for the outcasts who are sick or injured. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate.
What are you talking about?
The villagers infected with the Rakghoul disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into Rakghouls, we'll let them destroy each other.
Well, there must be something someone can do.
Nothing can be done for the infected villagers. Even the serum to counteract the Rakghoul disease wouldn't be any use now. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rakghouls and attack them at any moment.
Yeah, it's a really situation there. Well, can I ask you some questions?
If you have questions, you should speak to Gendar. He's the leader of this village. All my attention has to stay focused on trying to ease the suffering of those within the village. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate.
Can I get some healing? And yes, she will heal you and Karth, both, if you're injured, so that's pretty nice. So over here is Rukil, and this guy over here is Rukil, and this is Gendar. He's the leader of the village. What do you got to say? What do you got to say, old man?
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
What are you talking about, old man?
A question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukil, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukil Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
I'm Chris. What do you want from me, Rukil?
Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually there was only a single apprentice who followed me, and now she is gone too.
The true path, what does that mean?
No, not yet. I must be wary. Careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself.
Prove myself? How do I do that?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
Alright, I'll help you out, Rukil.
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
I'll be back if I find anything out.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Journal entry added. I'll talk to Gendar real quick before we proceed into the Undercity a bit more.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
You said something about other Upworlders who came by here recently?
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission Veo. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her.
She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How do I get there?
There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the Rakghouls and the other foul creatures.
Alright, I think I'll be going now.
As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Well, thanks, Gendar. Alright, let's move. We'll explore a little bit before we head into the Undercity.
Mommy says all the Upworlders is selfish and mean. But you look nice to me.
Aw, thanks, kid. Walk around a little bit more before we proceed. We are gonna go back into that outcast cage later, so don't worry, guys. We're gonna find something to help out the infected ones. Can we go in here? No. Okay. What about in here? No. No. Okay. What about in here? No. Okay. There's the elevator back to the lower city. Alright. I think we've done enough exploring. Let's move on. Who's this guy, Igear?
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes. You've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Igear. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
How do you manage to run a store here in the Undercity?
If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff.
Let me see your inventory.
It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
I'm sure they are. I think that Igear actually has cheaper med packs than anywhere else in the game, so that's something that we can keep in mind in case we need any extras. So he's got a couple decent weapons here too, a nice vibro sword. Arcanian heavy pistol. This thing is actually pretty good. Do I really need anything though? I don't think so. Another retinal combat implant there. Don't have the feats for that though, so vibration. So a Pazak card. That's nice. A couple of them. Cool. But nothing I need right now. So let's move on. What's going on over here?
It's right behind me! Help!
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't! The Rakghouls are too close!
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all!
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
Open the gate, I'll kill the Rakghouls.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
Hurry! While the gate is still open, you must save Hindar.
Hey Hindar, how's it going? I'm here to help you. These are the Rakghouls. Oh no! Oh man, we lost him. Sorry.
No! Hindar, no!
I'm sorry, I did all I could.
Please, just leave me alone with my grief.
Aww.
A horrible fate for poor Hindar. I warned him not to leave the safety of the village, but I couldn't open the gate. Not while the rat ghouls were so close. I had to protect the village. But enough of this grim talk. We must focus on the positive if we're to survive down here. How can I help you, Upworlder?
Who are you?
I'm Trellin, from the Outcast Village. It's my job to guard the gates. You see they are locked to protect us from the rat ghouls.
Can I ask you some questions?
I just guard the gates. Gendar's the leader of the village, Upworlder. You should speak to him if you have any questions.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Upworlder.
You know what? I'm not satisfied with that outcome. I'm gonna be right back, folks. There we go.
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
That's better. And I got some light side points out of that. That's nice. I've already talked to you, so let's move on. Let's see what's beyond this gate.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Beks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, slow down, Mission. What's wrong?
It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
Alright, calm down. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd rat ghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Do you know where they took him?
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds them of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
Alright. If I help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me inside the Black Vulgar base, okay?
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulgar base. Now come on! We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Vulgar compound.
Alright, Mission has joined our party. So, now that we have multiple party members, we can actually, oh, I guess I can't, not yet. But we can actually select who gets to be part of us. So, like, I guess we can't really take Karth and Mission out because we still have to find Zalbar, but we'll get into that later. And with that, I think we're going to end the episode here, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearthvfx. Help support the channel, help support future videos like this one, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, take care everyone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearthvfx. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, thanks for watching.